and we're looking good. But
I saw that when you came up. Yeah, I don't know.
well, my plan was to cut it, or to measure it, then bring it back down on the ground and cut it, and then I was going to get the nail gun. If you hold it, I'll go down and get it. That's how we did yesterday. We measured and then came up.
Got it.
It's early yet. We haven't had coffee.
I wonder if you were working out those kinks as we went.
It's 7 o'clock. It's been a while since I've had a regular job. I don't know how to get going in the morning. Okay, we're working on the last of the soffits now. So we're between the house and the garage, and this soffit piece does not quite go, I don't know how well that picks up, doesn't quite go to the sheathing, but instead of trying to cut a small piece, what I'll end up doing is just putting I'll put a piece of white trim going down to touch the roof, and then we'll have our charcoal trim for the roof that'll come over it, and you won't even, I mean, you're not even going to see this anyway, so it's almost perfect for one piece. So this actually kind of worked out. The other thing is, I don't know if you noticed, but we switched over to screws. My compressor took a crap, so at first I thought it was the generator not getting enough power, but turns out it's the compressor, and the brad nails were kind of a pain. You had to shoot quite a few of them to get them to go in, so we're just decided to use these screws that I had lying around, and quite frankly they worked better. It's just harder to hold. I think I'm gonna need my 90-degree bit, because I don't think I can. Yeah, I'll need something else for that. right, so we're just gonna keep working down here and trying to bust this all out. My brother's actually on his way down again to help out for not quite a week, just under a week, 5 days or so. So I've been making a push to get all this stuff done so that he can help me with the roof, because the roof panels are going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. So hopefully you guys don't see him in this video, because if you guys don't see him, that means I got everything done that I was trying to get done today. If you see him, I guess that means I didn't get everything done. So gonna put the soffit on, and then we can start working on some of the details, the corner details, the bird boxes, the porches. Gonna try to finish all those small little details today with this, and then that way we can knock out the fascia trim, and then we'll be on the roof. Okay, so this bird box end, there's not really a great place to put the camera, so I'll have to put you right there and then show it to you afterwards. But we just got this piece of fascia metal that's going to end up going right here, so we'll get it notched out. So then this sits right up in there, and it goes so it's going to sit right there inside of the F and J, just like the soffit does, and then it comes out, and then that will nail it in, and that boxes the whole thing, and then we'll come down with our F and J to here, and then from there we'll just put J trim. So it'll all make more sense once I get it, but I'll get this nailed in, now we can install the F and J. All right, now I will measure for a piece of F and J. That's gonna go right to the edge, and we're at 16. We'll do 16 and a half. So I cut that, I'll cut the piece of J, and we'll get that installed. We got our piece of F and J. That'll go on right there, right to the edge. Make sure we're on the line. It stays nice and even. I know my arm is probably in the way for some of it, but I only got so much room to work. It all makes sense once I get it done. Okay, so now we have a piece of J panel that's gonna go from here to here. So be 10 7/8. Cut that. All right, so now you can see F and J stops at the corner, and then just the J channel. So the reason we stopped this is because siding will come up and stop here. There's no siding going here, so we don't need this this part of it. So this is just the J channel that we turned up, it'll look the same, and then we'll have a piece of trim that comes up here anyway and covers it all in. So now we can attach our soffits from here going down all the way to that. Okay, now we'll slide this soffit in, and if my math measurements is correct, which it's not, but it's slightly short, but that's fine. You won't see that end. All right, so for this right here, this piece of J, I should have continued it down and underneath here. I'll do that on the next one. So let me climb down. I'll show you what it looks like from the ground. And again, it looks incomplete because we don't have the fascia trim on there yet. But should look pretty good. Like I said, we don't have very big overhangs, so that bird box is kind of, it's called a bird box, that piece of metal on the edge there. And also we laid our 2x4s flat instead of vertical like a lot of post frame buildings, which makes that bird box area bigger. But it's nice and subtle, and I think it looks pretty good. What do you think, boss?
I like it.
How's the shade?
Cooler.
Then it's 90 degrees today, and it's like 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Not fun. No. All right, so we got that side done. It's a little windy, so hopefully you can still hear me. And we got the side of the porch done. To the corner. I'm not sure how I want to do that corner yet, but we're down there. So I'm going to put a few pieces of fascia on the front, but it is hotter than heck out here. Tina's inside. It's too warm for the baby to be out here. So we'll see if I can't get a couple pieces of fascia on, but they're 10 foot 4 inches, so it's a little bit tough by myself to hold it and nail it in, but we'll see if I can't get a couple pieces on. All right, here we go. See how it looks. All right, here we go. First piece of charcoal. Got to put some more nails in it, but I think it's gonna look pretty good. Well, I didn't get things finished. He made it in this video. So we ended the other day after getting that first piece on, and we test fitted the next piece for the roof. I went and picked up a new compressor. Just a small compressor that'll run this little nail gun. That'll be easier than having to hand nail this stuff, and then also it'll be a smaller tip on the metal, which will help in visibility. So we got this next piece ready. We're gonna get it up there. We've been getting a lot of comments about the roof on the video, so I'll just address it so that everybody's aware. This is the first step towards the roof. So when we're putting the roof on, you have to work on the bottom up, because water flows downhill. So we did that trim and the soffits, and now we're gonna do the fascia trim, then we can do the roof edge metal, and then you can put the roof on top. You can't do the roof panels first until you do all this other stuff. And we couldn't start on this because we got the wrong color trim that we had to wait for it to be sent. That's why we did the plumbing first before this. So it's all a process. It all has to be done in a certain order, and that's why it's getting done this way. I'm not worried about the sheathing. The sheathing's good for quite a while outside, and we have 0 rain in the forecast for the next 10 plus days, so not worried about any of that at all.
I'm gonna have to move it, I know that. I'm up, so you guide me in.
Whoa, too far. We don't need to go very far.
I am pushed up.
Ow. Head's gonna be bleeding.
Snap back at you?
It won't go through 2 pieces of metal. It'll go through 1, but not 2, so it's shot back out. The nail hit me in the forehead.
That's not good.
Goes through 1, no problem. As I say that, watch your forehead.
Right.
This time. Don't make it.
So I'll move the ladder and grab another piece.
Yeah. All right, well, as you saw, we did across the front. That was easy. And we've actually done this gable end, but I don't know how well it'll pick up. Maybe a little bit right there. We've been battling what is some possible thunderstorms. So that end was finicky, tricky. It wasn't really finicky. It was just a little tricky because I never done one before, but I think it looks pretty dang good. So we didn't really film that because I didn't want the cameras and stuff getting wet if we had to make a quick escape. We had tools and other stuff out, so we're gonna run across the back, and then I don't know if there'll be time today to do the other gable end, but we may do the gable end between the house and the garage, and then we'll film that and show you how we're making those cuts and whatnot. But it's gonna look pretty good. So a charcoal trim, as I said earlier in the last video or something like that. So across the back's only 3.5 sticks. That'll be easy. We'll snap that on real quick and then keep working along. Well, as I said that yesterday about the rain, it came in, so we got rained out. I don't know how well it picks up. We're out here before the sun's even over the trees this morning. Camera's actually fogging up. It's so humid. It's probably, I think it's like 90% humidity. It's already 70 something degrees, but it's supposed to be super hot, so we're gonna try to work on getting this gable end done, and then what we can before it gets too hot. It's been so hot the last couple days, it's hard to work in the afternoon. So we're just gonna get started. We'll work at the ridge. I'll show you how we're doing that, and then we'll continue on both sides. I do have to redo the bird boxes. I did the other two on the other side. So I just have this one and one more, but I don't know that fascia trim that we added. Let's see. I don't know how well I can show it up. We'll see if I can make it show on editing, but this piece here needs to go over the fascia board, and I stopped it short, so I had to redo the other ones. Just take down that one piece of soffit and redo it, but it's not a huge deal. Just a little bit of a pain in the butt. So as we get there, I'll redo that one as well. All right, well, it's hard to find a spot to put the camera, so probably have to put you underneath like you are now, and then we'll pull you back out afterwards. So. So all I'm gonna do is set this thing up here and brush the water off so I can mark it. You got it?
Got it.
And then we'll just mark the angle and realize that I don't have a pencil. All right, so it's marked and now I can get it cut. All right, so, okay, so I don't know how well you can see here, but got a little bit of an overhang. Cut this at the angle, at the 412 pitch angle, and this little piece will go past so that we can overlap the other one. And we're looking good, but
Yeah, I saw that when you came up. Yeah, I don't know.
well, my plan was to cut it, or to measure it, then bring it back down on the ground and cut it, and then I was gonna get the nail gun. If you hold it, I'll go down and get it. That's how we did yesterday. We measured and then came up.
Got it.
It's early yet. We haven't had coffee.
I wonder if you were working out those kinks as we went.
7 o'clock. It's been a while since I've had a regular job. I don't know how to get going in the morning. All right. You good?
Yep.
You don't have to go super close. You can space it. I got 18 inches or 2 feet. All right, so all we're doing is taking that, probably hard to hear with a compressor and the nail gun, but just taking that pin nailer, brad nailer, and it's going right in. That's all there is to it. So you can see our angle here with the ridge, and then we'll get the other one, we'll overlap it, go down the other way, and then we can finish both ends. Okay, so same thing for this side. We're just gonna put it up and mark it. All right, right there.
Up again?
Huh?
Still pushed up again.
No, it's because it's not all the way set over here. Okay. I think I will like that one substantially better. That's perfect. I like it. I like it a lot. Yep.
I'm up.
It's amazing how much quicker it goes when there's no threat of rain, and we did one side.
I think we just want to get done before
Before it's
it gets-
90 and 90% humidity. I didn't shoot. You ready?
Nope.
The good thing is there's a wasp right there by your face.
You know what? I don't even care about that.
He's not a huge fan of ladders. Similar to Tina. That one didn't shoot. There you go. So there you can see the joint. Nice and clean. We'll hit the end with a little touch-up paint.
Send one more.
It's looking pretty good. You got it? Okay, so we got this piece, and what I've been doing is just notching the end. This will slide under and into the next one, or the one that's already up there, and then you won't see that gap. So got this notched, and we'll get it thrown up there. That one's money. This is the best one yet. All right, so this gable end is done. Over on this side, I'll wait till the compressor shuts off. Okay, so our first piece came down from the ridge 10 foot, and then from there to the edge was 12 foot. So what we did is we put like a 5 foot piece there, and then a 7 foot piece. That way we wouldn't have a 2 foot piece, because you would see those two seams next to each other. With it like this, you're not gonna see those two, you won't notice those two seams as much. They won't be as prominent, because the rest of them are every 10 foot. So that's what the gable end looks like. And then our roof edge trim will go over it. We did put the one piece on this front wall right here, but we go to the back wall and we'll get all that on. Okay, We finished the gable end between the house and the garage. We went across the front of the house to, it's probably right at 10 foot short of the porch, but we'll do that when we do the porch because I got to make some cuts on that. And then, don't know if you can see, the only one I didn't do is from the ridge down to the garage roof because I need to put the roof on so that all that laps properly. So that one will wait. But for now, it's the start of the finished product. So I think it looks pretty good. So next video will be the porches, because those are a little bit different. We still got to do the soffits on those, so those will have to work a little bit different, but we'll do the front porch and the back porch and the raised A sections, and we'll get this part knocked out so we can work on the roof. So that's where we'll leave this one. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you on the next video.